The New Bedford, Massachusetts State Pier rail spur hasn't seen a train since about 1976, but that may change in the coming years as part of its planned redevelopment. Currently, the State Pier houses a cold storage warehouse, parking lot, unused rail spur, and the Seastreak Ferries that operate seasonal service to and from the islands of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Now, the state and city want to do more with the space, meaning that there will be additional opportunities on the pier for commercial and transportation development. On November 20th, 2024, it was announced that an additional $10 million was secured for the redevelopment project to, quote, provide a significant boost to the pier's already ongoing $25 million redevelopment into a mixed-use entity featuring cargo operations, commercial fishing, ferry services, marine educational facilities, and a fresh fish market. Interestingly enough, the article goes on to state that it will pave the way for a future expansion of South Coast Rail directly to the State Pier. A rail spur currently exists at the site to accommodate the extension and would complement earlier legislative work paving the way for commuter rail service to New Bedford, which is scheduled to commence service in May 2025. Providing train service to the State Pier would provide passengers with streamlined access to local ferry services, the Schooner Ernestina-Morrissey, and a direct connection to the downtown's art and cultural center. Now, the first phase of the South Coast Rail project has the commuter rail service ending right at the station near the port and directly adjacent to the Seastreak Ferry parking lot. From there, you'll have to board a shuttle bus for the final stretch of the trip to the State Pier. The shuttle bus's route actually follows the currently unused track to the pier, but this transfer to a shuttle takes more time than just a direct rail service from Boston, although it is a step in the right direction. If this direct rail connection is built, this would be the first service of its type since 1964, when the New Haven Railroad abandoned the Woods Hole branch in Falmouth that provided direct passenger rail service to the island ferries there. New Bedford's direct rail to island ferry service ended even earlier. An interesting note on the rail infrastructure south of the station is that it is out of service and unused south of Maritime Terminal, which is a current rail customer. A section of not-so-great condition track runs from MacArthur Boulevard to the overhead road bridge to Fairhaven, but the track south of there was actually rebuilt in 2012 and 2014. Note the great condition of the rails between the bridge and the State Pier switch before the main track curves off into the street. The street-running trackage was actually rebuilt in 2014, but is yet to see a train, as there's currently no freight customer south of here. Maybe one day that will change, but for now, the State Pier's redevelopment gives us something to look forward to. I plan to do a more in-depth video on the potential rail-to-ferry transfer here in the future, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, take a look at my footage of the South Coast Rail project as testing progresses into its final stages, gearing up for the spring 2025 opening of passenger service, the first of this type of service since it was discontinued in 1958.